Would you look at the time? It's time to do another slide. It's time to do another slide. It's time to do another slide. We have our hat. 50 numbers, 50 slides, 50 numbers. Is the number. Let's get our slides out and we will see what slide we will do. Alrighty folks, just bear with me while I get my glasses off my face. 38, we are doing lymph node section. Now this is a Chinese slide. It may be from a human lymph node, maybe from a corpse. Welcome to 200,000 times closer, and today we are looking at the lymph node, which is part of the immune system. They play a great part in the immune system. The immune system, of course, protects the body from foreign substances, objects, diseases, bacteria, and cancer cells. The lymph nodes are part of the lymphatic system, which is attached to the circulatory system, and the lymph nodes filter the blood of these things, the foreign objects and diseases, bacteria and cancer cells, become inflamed and impinge the blood that is detected to be impure from going into full circulation, so you will feel the lymph nodes swelling when you become ill. There are 5 main groups of the lymph nodes. Of course, the cervical, there's also here the axillary, in the arms and the shoulders. There's a central mass here, and of course in your groin we have 2 separate sets of lymph nodes as well, which continue. You have lymph nodes behind your knees and your main joints as well, so you may feel your joints swell or ache when you're getting sick, which we may be doing. Personally, I feel quite below the weather. So lymph nodes here. We have our notes. We have a giant diagram here of the lymph nodes. This bean-shaped organ, or micro-organ, it is full of white blood cells and lymphocytes, as they call them, which are made in the bone marrow. The hematopoietic cells, stem cells, create this white blood cell protection. Now the immune system starts in the bone marrow and is conjugated into the lymph node here, and you'll see it's much like an IKEA, where you come in and you don't leave until you go through the entirety of the node, and then you're filtered out with the lymphocytes, and these lymphocytes are white blood cells. The lymphocytes that we'll see, they're a special sort of white blood cell because they dictate the body's response to certain diseases. They detect and they send signals in that way. They create the forward progression of healing. Now, I'll show you here the generals. We're going to get right in on the microscope here. These here are mostly the white blood cells. Now you'll see this is a section of the lymph node. We'll scan through it if we can with that focus. Now these are mostly white blood cells. You can see this is just a section of the lymph node. Now what we're missing is the reticular tissues, and we don't get to see the definition that we saw in the diagram. You don't get to see the macrophages as well, perhaps, as I would hope, or I cannot identify them personally, but macrophages engulf and digest foreign materials. It comes from the Greek word makros, and in a lower subcategory, the phagocytes. The phagocytes live inside of the lymph node and devour foreign materials in the cellular level. Now it's going to be quite exciting to see here all of these leukocytes, lymphocytes, all of these white blood cells. These are the army that protect you throughout your life They live and die to protect you. They are your best friends, your allies. And it's interesting to see them up close and personal. There are billions. For a liter of blood, I think there are 6 billion white blood cells, or phagocytes rather. The blood cells make up 1% of the bloodstream in an adult human. But you can see them here. Those tiny little dots. I want to get in very close. We're going to meet them firsthand. These are our friends. I want to just get all the way through it, all the way. There we are. Get our light. We want to see everything we can see. That one's name is John, and Jim, and Pierre, and Jose, and Marcos. There's Nico, there's Thomas, there's Annabelle, there's Beth Ann, Marguerite. All of these little white blood cells made to protect you at all times. And gosh, the only blood cell with a nucleus. And you can see right through them, you can see the nucleus. And it's such a beautiful sight to behold. I just want to scan through them so we can see together. It's almost like an X-ray vision at this level. It's fascinating. Now we're going to drop in as far as we can possibly go, and we'll see their personality. There we are. Oh my goodness. So each of these is a white blood cell, maybe a phagocyte or microphage, and these will purify the blood. They do not detox like a kidney or the liver, which is important to know, because the liver and the kidneys detox, which means the removal of the urine. They produce all of the chemicals and toxins together in the urine, which is expelled, where the lymph nodes simply stop, kill, or digest any foreign material. It's wild, very wild stuff. I want to get it as clear as possible for you. So that will conclude our episode on the lymph node, and I thank you for watching. You can always share, like, and subscribe, but be sure to check out Zorrocats.shopify.com, and we will see you next time on 200,000 Times Closer. If you thought this video was magnificent, then be sure to click the like button, and as always, my best to you.